Hey, Summit hosts, Dr. Mark T. Wade here, and I have some very exciting news for you today that I wanted to go live real quick and tell you about. We have a brand new feature that we just launched inside of Virtual Summit software, and it is probably one of the biggest, most amazing features that we have ever released. So I am very excited to actually show you inside of that feature. And I'm calling all speakers. If you're a speaker or looking for more speaking opportunities, I have an incredible opportunity for you as well. So there we are. Virtual Summits software is where we are at. If you haven't heard of that before, Virtual Summit software is the quickest and easiest way to host a virtual summit. You can get more information about that over at virtualsummits.com. You can also get a full 15-day free trial, no billing information collected. So let's jump into this new feature. What is it? It is our brand new Speaker MatchMaker feature. Now, there's multiple parts to this. We've been working on this. This has been a concept or an idea of mine for probably over 2 years at this point. We've been working on this for quite a while to bring this to our summit host, but not just to our summit host. We're bringing this to anybody and everybody who wants to have more speaking opportunities. So what is the Speaker Matchmaker? Well, just like it says, it is a matchmaker. It's for our summit hosts to find incredible speakers to participate on their virtual summits. On the flip side of that, it's for speakers who are looking for more speaking opportunities. So let's kind of jump into this. So inside, this is Virtual Summit software. If you're not familiar with that, this is a platform that host virtual summits, the quickest and easiest way to host a virtual summit. I'm inside of my summit dashboard with all of my different summits that I am either hosting or collaborating on. I have the summits I'm speaking on. So this will become relevant for all of our speakers out there who are interested in speaking on more summits. We've got summits I'm attending and summits that I'm affiliated with as well right there. So just a quick kind of go through with this. This marketplace up here is going to be important for this, and we'll come back to that in a moment, because that marketplace, which was a revolutionary feature we released about 4 or 5 months ago, which allows you to display your virtual summit for any and all of our summit attendees to have access to attend. We also made it then available for affiliates to sign up to promote your summit. And now we have this opportunity for speakers to apply to speak on it. So let's come back to that. Let's jump inside. So let's go inside of a summit here. So let's go check this summit out. So this is inside the summit. Over here, we have the summit navigation bar. These are the different components that I need to finish in order to host my summit. I've got my summit details with the details of my summit, what categories, the type of summit, got my host, which is me on this, speakers, which we'll come back to because that's the area we're going to focus on. Got the email templates and GDPR here. We've got the schedule builder to build out that summit, which is super easy. It's just drag and drop those speakers there. This is also where we can manage the chat. Inside of our virtual summits, we have interactive live chat in real time. So you can manage that chat right here. Any comments or posts inside of this summit will show up with the little red number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. Obviously, we set the time that our summit, the sessions start, how long we want those available for. Here we've got our offers and tiers, which was another incredible feature that we released last year, which really puts us apart or stands Virtual Summit software apart from all the other platforms out there, because you have the ability not only to create customized and specific summit offers, but you can do order bumps and one-click summit upsells. Very quick, very easy. And this is super powerful, as well as bonuses. And then we have our tiers, or kind of like the access levels here, which is where we can also assign all access passes and things like that. So, and then of course we released our coupons. We released the ability to do summit coupons here a couple months ago, which was an incredible feature, which really helps with summit sales. All of these are here to increase those summit sales. We've got our sponsors. We've got our summit builder between our simplified themes, which are the quickest and easiest way to build a summit. It's auto populates from the virtual summit software. Or if you want to build a little bit more customized, you can go inside the complete customizable page builder, where we have a variety of different, you can choose in between your landing page, sales page, etc. And we have over 20 different summit themes, over 50 different summit templates that you can kind of start with there. Then, of course, our summit affiliate dashboard, which is the quickest way to manage summit affiliates and speakers, manage, track, and reward your speakers based on their clicks, leads, revenue, etc. Now, let's jump into the actual feature that just was released today. So inside of our speaker section, we have our speakers. You can create a new speaker very simply, name, email, and then send them a request. We can see here any speakers who have their profiles completed, presentations completed, assigned or not. If we're using the simplified theme, this is the order, and we can drag and drop that order there. This is the order for the registration page or the landing page. We have our presentations here. So this is the presentations or the interviews. This is also where we set global chat settings. But most importantly now, this is where our Speaker Matchmaker feature is going to be. So we can see here, we can choose between categories. We can choose between, if we want a specific type, let's say like health, we can choose these speakers. We can send them an invite immediately. This will show up as a email to that speaker in their inbox, and they can either accept or decline those invitations. Also, we can actually get more information. This is the bios for the speaker, but each speaker, including yourself, gets a completely free speaker profile. Meaning, let's see here if I can show mine off. Oops, I gotta click out of that. So each speaker gets, or you can create a free speaker profile to post on your summit. This is probably because I am my own speaker here. So let's see if I can go out, come back in. Oh, so each speaker here will get a speaker profile, or you can create a speaker profile completely for free. And what that does, I'll go ahead and show you here. Inside of your account. So if you're signing up, we've got two sides of this. If you are inside of Virtual Summit software and you're a host for a summit, you automatically have a speaker profile already. That's your profile that is right here. You can go through and edit that information. If you want, you can sign up inside of Virtual Summit software. Just click sign up. You go through the first step, create an account. Second step is select become a speaker, and you can have a free speaker profile, a free speaker account. So that's not a summit account, and there's no charges or anything associated with that. It's 100% free forever. But then you can create a profile. So this is where you would create that right here. You select what you're interested in, any kind of links, a personal video message right there. And then you can choose to accept or decline. You can choose to accept or not a speaker invitation. So if you're like, I'm not going to be available for a while, I don't want to field any speaker requests, you can do that as well. So with that being said, this is what the profile looks like. Very professional, very nice. And these are public profiles. So you can actually share these on your social media, things like that as well. So, if you're looking for more speaker opportunities, so his name, your title, what you have experience in, topics you can discuss, a little bio. This is that personal video that you can put there to give a little video message or a hello message or meet the speaker or your speaker reel. Any summits that you've participated in, either inside of Virtual Summit software or otherwise, those will all be listed down there. And then if you're inside of Virtual Summit software, so for example, I'm a host. If I'm looking at this speaker profile, I can go through and I can invite them to my summit. So I've got all these different summits. Obviously, you may only have one, but you can invite them to your summit. Now, if that speaker says yes, they'll show up inside. There's two options with that. One, the other part to this is you can create a speaker application. So this is my speaker contract or speaker agreement that they have to accept. This is, the different questions here. So I put the question, I select what type, how do I want this to put, any kind of length, etc. and then I can arrange those in the order that I would like those to be in. So then those speakers that are applying for your summit will fill out that information, and it'll show up here in the speaker application tab. You'll be able to see that speaker. You can either approve or reject. You can expand that and you can see the information of that speaker. You can see their information there. The answer to those questions. And then of course you can approve or reject. Now, if you approve it, it immediately goes into your speaker account right here as approved. And now that speaker is automatically inside of your summit. So this is automatic. It's really amazing what we have going on with this. So essentially, if you are a summit host, you can go through and search. Now it automatically sets at the beginning. So you'll see here, it sets based on the settings that I've selected, the categories that I've selected for my summit. It automatically starts that out with the categories for those speakers. So you can look for the speakers that specifically have experience in that information, in those kind of summits there. So let me reopen that. Okay. And so with that being said, you can select those speakers. You can invite those speakers. And then the way that invitation happens again is through an email. Now you can also turn this on or off. So as the summit host, if I have this on, then inside the marketplace, I will have, let me go ahead and do this. Inside the marketplace, can list my summit as apply to speak. Okay. And so then summit host can go through here and fill out that application, etc. Okay. So with that being said, they can go through, they fill it out, they put that application, they fill out the application, and that shows up inside of the Speaker Matchmaker or inside the speaker application that we were just looking at. So this is pretty cool. This really is going to change the game. One of the most challenging parts of hosting a virtual summit is finding quality speakers. So now not only will you find incredible speakers, you'll be able to have that all inside of one platform. You can, of course, you should reach out to speakers you want, but now you've got speakers who are like looking for opportunities to speak inside of the Matchmaker, section here, inside the Matchmaker feature, inside of Virtual Summit software. Again, create that application. You can create as many questions as you need or want. I would keep that as simple and as short as possible. You don't want too many questions there. Speakers may not fill that or finish it completely, but that'll then show out here. So you can actually field good speakers. So you can have speakers applying to your summit. And then also you can look for speakers and invite them. Now, this is available on all accounts, all virtual summits as a summit host on all accounts, standard and above. Depending on your plan, there are a limit to how many speaker invites you can send out. So if you're on the professional, I think you have something like 30 or 40 invitations you can send out. If you're on the business premier, you have unlimited invitations you can send out. If you're on standard, you have, I think it's around 6 invitations you can send out. And of course, that application, you can field those questions. Now, if you're like, I only want to invite certain people and I don't want to get all these applications, you can just turn off this right here and not accept speaker applications. And then that will remove it from your summit here. Actually, let's just go ahead and do that. So if I turn off this applications, I'm no longer accepting applications. Then I go here and I reset this. You can see now it's immediate. It's instantaneous. That apply to speak is no longer available on my summit. So now speakers can't apply to speak. And if I want to turn that back on, so what I actually recommend is, here's 2 things. You might be like, well, Mark, I want to start letting speakers sign up for my summit, but I'm not I don't want to have my summit on the marketplace. It's not ready for, attendees to sign up, because that's the other amazing thing with the summit marketplace is it allows you to get more people on your virtual summit just by having it available to the attendees to go through here, the marketplace, and they can find new summits that they want to attend. So that being said, you can go ahead and turn it. You can publish it, what you need to do, you can turn it on so it's in the marketplace, and you can turn registration off, which then allows you to feature your summit in the marketplace for the ability to speak, but you're no longer allowing people to register for that summit. So they can't sign up for the summit. So you can go ahead and have your summit available, set a couple months in advance while you're fielding those speaker requests before you start to allow people to register for your summit. And then when you're ready for it to go and you're ready for people to register, you just simply turn that back on. So we've got a lot of things covered there. Now, for all my speakers out there, speakers, this is a huge opportunity for you. So let me just kind of show you what that would look like here. If I sign out of this, okay, and I go here, all you need to do is go to virtual summits. You're going to click sign up. You're going to create an account. So whatever, put your information in there, create a password, accept this. And again, keep in mind here, this, if you're signing up for a speaker account, it says here, summit, like license fees, summit hosts will be charged based on the plan they have after their free trial. But speakers and attendee accounts are 100% free to use. So you have a free account. All you have to do is sign up. And if you already have an account, for example, you just sign in. Again, if you already have a speaker account, then, or if you already have a summit account, you already have a profile. So you don't need to make another profile. So then the next thing you're going to do here, so a host of summit would be a host. So you don't want to select that. If you're trying to sign up for a speaker account, you select become a speaker. And then you select the topics that you want to be available in: business and marketing, finance, virtual events, podcast, professional service. And then I would recommend probably selecting all of these. Next, this is your profile. So in order for your profile to be listed inside of that, in order for your profile to be listed there inside the matchmaker, you have to have a profile, you have to have your name, you have to have a bio, and you have to turn on accept speaker requests. So you have to have that on in order to accept those requests and be featured in that matchmaker feature. As soon as you do that, then you're inside the matchmaker feature, and Summit hosts can start to find you, and then you will be able to start receiving those requests. Now, this is what it'll look like for you inside. You can go through that walkthrough. This is what it'll look like for you inside of the summit. So you see here, you only have speaking engagement. You don't have the summit host. You don't have the summits or my summits here because you have a speaker profile, a speaker account. You can still attend summits. You can still be an affiliate for summits. You're just not creating or hosting summits. So you don't have to worry about the billing, or you're not going to get charged or anything like that. And if you forgot to fill out your profile information, you can always go back here to the profile and just update your information as needed. So I highly recommend having this filled out as complete as you can. If you go back here again to my summits, you'll see here again, these will be your speaking engagements once you are starting to speak on summits. Now, if you want to find some summits, you can go to the marketplace. You can select the categories if you want, but you can go through and try and find any summits that are accepting speaker applications or allowing speakers to apply, and fill those out right there. So apply to speak. So yes, this is our brand new Speaker MatchMaker feature. It is incredible. I am super excited about this. I just had to come and show it off a little bit. If you're already inside of Virtual Summit software, sign in, go check that out. Go into one of your summits, or create a summit there and check out inside of the speakers area. You got that matchmaker feature right here. You got your speaker application where you can create an application for your speakers to fill out. You don't have to create an application if you don't want, but you might want to go ahead and do that so you can collect that information and have that information right there. And then make sure you have this turned on to start accepting those speakers. If you click approve, they will automatically go into your speaker section, and you'll have them there to start getting them set up for the summit. Now, again, you can go through, depending on your plan, you'll have a different set number of invitations you can send out. So make sure you actually spend some time going through and finding the correct ones, but are the ones that you really want, and you can send them an invitation. That'll be sent to their inbox. They'll get an email with that request to speak, and they just select accept or decline. And if they accept it, they will show up inside your speaker account as well. So that's the Matchmaker feature. Check it out. Again, if you're inside of Virtual Summit software, go check that out. We've got that. We've got more information about it. You can read about it. You can see a demo of it right here. And if you're not inside of Virtual Summit software yet, go to virtualsummits.com. Either create a free speaker profile, 100% free to create a speaker profile forever. Keep that. If you're already a summit host, if you're already inside of Virtual Summit software, you have your speaker profile. It's right here under your profile settings. So just make sure that's up to date and set to accept requests. If you want to check out hosting a virtual summit, you can go to virtualsummits.com. You can get a free 15-day free trial, no billing information collected. Check it out, play around with it, see how awesome it is, and then jump in there. Okay, so check that out. Super excited about this. Dr. Mark T. Wade here. Remember, your message matters, and one of the most powerful ways to get that message out to the world is with a virtual summit. Go check out the brand new Speaker Matchmaker feature. It is amazing. Go check it out. See it in action.